Despite all their bluster and camaraderie, the clone troopers of the Galactic Republic are perhaps some of the most tragic beings within the Star Wars universe. Genetically bred from the same genetic stock, these brave heroes are all of the same heart and the same blood. Numbering well into their millions, they are all bound by a purpose to defend the people of the Republic. But they were also created with artificially short lifespans, a byproduct of the cloning process, working at rapid speeds to churn out battle-ready soldiers. So, inevitably, a couple of decades after the Clone Wars came to their conclusion, these millions of clone troopers would eventually be whittled down to just one. A solo trooper alone in a galaxy that had turned its back on their kind, as all his brothers have deserted him. But who was this lonesome trooper? Because one clone trooper did survive well into the era of the First Order, a noble relic of a different time, the last of his brothers and a reminder of the Clone Wars, and his name was Kix. Clone CT-6116, or Kix, was a medic serving within the Grand Army of the Republic's 501st Legion, and during his service he saw more than his fair share of battles. During the Battle of Salukami, Kix was part of a deployment of clone troopers, led by General Obi-Wan Kenobi, in an attempt to hunt down and capture the cyborg General Grievous, during which Kix's skills were required to save Clone Captain Rex after he had been shot by sniper fire. And during the intense fighting of the Umbaran campaign, Kix saw many of his brothers fall due to the traitorous leadership of Jedi General Pong Krell. So given Kix's presence in some of the thickest fighting in the Clone Wars, how did he end up surviving the Clone Wars and remain active 50 years into the future, when all his clone brothers had long since passed? Well, it was all due to one particular outing, where Kix's life would be altered forever. When following the murder of Jedi General Tiplar by clone trooper Tup, Kix began to look into the mysterious circumstances that caused his fellow trooper to slay his own general, which is when he uncovered the dark secret that all clones had secretly been implanted with a control biochip designed to allow Chancellor Palpatine to force the clones to betray and eliminate their Jedi allies. To prevent this secret seeing the light of day, Count Dooku, the secret Sith apprentice of Palpatine, ordered the abduction of Kix. After some light interrogation and torture, Kix would be packed into a cryostasis pod aboard the ship Abrexta 3 and sent off to the planet of Sereno for further questioning at the hands of Count Dooku. However, just as the Abrexta 3 was setting off for Sereno, the cruiser was ambushed by Republic forces. With little chance of fighting them off, the ship hyperjumped away to random coordinates in a desperate attempt to prevent Kix and the crucial information he held from falling into the hands of the Jedi. The chaotic nature of this hyperspace jump would cause the Abrexta 3 to crash on the desert world of Ponema Terminal, where the ship would then lay dormant for exactly 50 years, when a new chain of events would unfold, all triggered by the actions of the legendary Crimson Corsair, a Delphidian pirate known as Sidon Efano, who was famed throughout the galaxy and active during the rise of the First Order. While stationed out of a canteen on Ponema Terminal, Sidon and his crew of the ship Maison Martinet decoded an old transmission coming from the desert world, revealing it to be a distress call from the Abrexta 3, telling of a treasure on board the ship valuable to Count Dooku. Believing this treasure to be a valuable haul of kyber crystals, the Crimson Corsair's crew set out to find the downed ship, battling off a number of rival pirate captains in the process. And upon emerging victorious, Sidon would discover that the valuable prize was in fact the clone trooper Kix. As the clone was awoken into a new world, rambling of biochips and conspiracies to kill the Jedi, the pirates told Kix that he had failed, educating him on the events of Order 66, the fall of the Republic, and the Galactic Civil War. Now left alone in a galaxy where none of his clone brothers remained, and left with no war to fight, Kix joined a new family, signing up with the pirates and using a map from the Abrexta 3's memory core to start raiding the hidden, long-forgotten droid factories of the Separatists in an attempt to search out long-forgotten treasure, beginning Kix's new life on board the Mason Martinet. During this time, he began growing out his hair and beard, sporting a new set of Phase 1 clone armor, customized with blue and red stripes, and a long flowing cape. He would then go on many adventures with his new family, fighting off long-dormant zombie B-1 battle droids, and saving his fellow crew members from opportunistic slavers. But underneath all the adventure and flashy new armor, Kix had changed. The once doting medic, always trying to do what was best for his brothers, had been left as the last of his kind, a lonesome warrior of a distant age, a man filled with anger and sadness, continuing to fight a war that was now a distant memory. Do you think Kix ever found peace? What adventures will this sentinel of a distant age embark on next? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments and make sure to subscribe to join us again soon. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.
The Lore Tours Spaceport is your destination for tours through the most fascinating worlds, groups, and events in the multiverse. From sci-fi to fantasy, we have it all. So make sure to subscribe and book your next trip with us.